everybody else see muscles here. Just giving you guys a little bit of a crow. And unfortunately, this was just a tough loss today, man. This was a really tough loss. And I got to catch a good portion of the game when I was on break. I got to finish up I got to watch the last bit of the game and listen to it on my way home. Congrats to Ravens Red Zone. Finally got a win over me in the TTC. Whoop-dee-doo. You got your first win. It took you 3 years, buddy. It sucks, though, man. It really does suck. Mitch Trubisky's terrible. I've given him many chances. I've given him numerous chances for him to redeem himself. He did try and redeem himself a little bit when he came in for that little bit of the series against the Saints. But I'm sorry, though. Kenny Pickett is the answer quarterback. Everyone wanted Kenny Pickett. Like, the people are saying they wanted Mitch Trubisky in. You got what you wanted, and the game got killed because of Mitch Trubisky. He threw 3 terrible interceptions, not even looking after his first fucking read. He goes, first read, oh, he's supposed to throw it here. That was all 3 of his interceptions today. Absolutely terrible. I thought he could actually improve. I really did. And I gave him numerous chances to prove me wrong, to improve his game. But what happened? 3 terrible interceptions today, costing the Steelers the win. And then, let's not forget our field goal unit, letting Calais Campbell just bull rush right through us and get that block. Like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. This was such a winnable game, and yet we pissed it away. We let the Ravens run down our throats the entire second half, which was absolutely terrible. Our run defense has been piss poor the past 3 second halves in a row. Mitch Trubisky is absolutely trash. We get rid of him after the season's over. I'm sorry. He does not deserve to be on this team. I'm sorry I gave him as many chances as I could. But he's terrible. I'm sorry. He's awful. I gave him as many chances as I could. And I thought he actually we had some promise at the beginning of the year because he was working under Brian Daboll in Buffalo. There was a hope of him having some change. But no, he proved it once again that he never changes. It's so embarrassing, man. We could have won this game. We really could have. But the Ravens, all they needed to do was just catch the easy interceptions and get the running game going, and that's all they did, and they won the game. Mitch Trubisky looked absolutely terrible. He had some good passes, but it was more the receivers doing the work compared to his throw, them having to adjust. Trubisky is the worst quarterback on our team. Good game, Tiger Raven, man. See you in week 17. I get you, man. Tiger Raven's one of the fans I respect, but, man, I just can't fucking stand losing the Ravens, man. I hate losing the Ravens whenever it happens, man. It felt good to have 2 years in a row where the Steelers didn't lose to the Ravens. But now, the best case scenario is a 1-1, like a split. And it's disappointing, man. It really is disappointing. Matt Canada needs to be fired, 100%. He looks awful. Matt Canada did absolutely nothing to help us today. But Terrell Austin, I feel like it was more on him and Trubisky that cost us the game today. TJ Watt, even though he got his first sack, TJ Watt does not look the same since his injury. He looks really bad. I'm sorry. TJ Watt, he's a hell of a football player, but he's right now a shell of his former self. And it sucks because TJ Watt's probably my favorite players on the team, and unfortunately, he just does not look good. He does not look anywhere near the same as he's been in the past few seasons. He really needs to take a big break. I would realistically think if we lose to the Raiders or Ravens, that we just shut him down the rest of the year. I really hope to God we do. We got Carolina next week. I will be doing a hate week for that finally. I know it's been a while. I need to do an edited video. I have some great material. So, There isn't too much else I'm really going to say. It's just very disappointing seeing the Steelers lose this way. But Mr. Trubisky absolutely does not deserve any sympathy from me. He looks terrible, and he is by far. I think that I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to probably get hate on this, but I really don't care. Mason Rudolph would be better than Mr. Trubisky right now. Mason freaking Rudolph would have been better than Mitch Trubisky today. Mason Rudolph could have won us this game. Kenny Pickett sure as hell would have won us this game. But this is also the thing that really just infuriates me. I get it, the first sack, it was not a good hit. And Patrick Queen on that, I thought he was going to be out, and he had that hit on, it was either Roquan Smith or Patrick Queen on that first hit on Kenny Pickett, him slamming Kenny on the ground. That should have been roughing the passer, 100%. I don't care if it's completing the tackle. That is clearly roughing the passer, which they did miss. But they should have been out the rest of the game. He should not have came back in. That drive after he came back, he looked completely dazed. And it showed. He needed to stay out of the game. It sucks because we need to put Mitch Trubisky on the bench permanently. I get it, we signed to a deal, but I'd rather have Mason Rudolph on our bench compared to Mitch Trubisky. Have Mason back up Kenny Pickett. Please, for the love of God. Mitch is not good at all. Mason Rudolph would have not thrown those interceptions. Would he have thrown 3? I don't think he would have thrown 3. Could he have thrown 1? He would have probably thrown 1, but he still would have gotten us the win. Inexcusable loss today. Absolutely inexcusable. Mitch Trubisky and Terrell Austin, I think the losses are on them. It is definitely on them. Terrell Austin in the second half could not adjust to save his life to stop the run game. And Mitch Trubisky, what else is there to say about Mitch Trubisky? And then the special teams coordinator, that was completely. And I'm out of here, guys. That's going to Slayer. Stay awesome. Have a good one. Ravens, you bring that broom out, it's going to come out to bite you in the ass. That's all I'm going to say. Have a good day.